Aja, I want to go right in. I want you to talk to me about Harriet. Listen, Harriet
Oh,
was an ambitious woman,
yes.
a loving, extremely supportive, a little bit over supportive wife, such an endearing mother,
Yeah.
community activist, a
Yes.
very present friend. Talk to me about what did it pull from you to really tap into Harriet's story and become her?
Yes. Well, what I loved about Harriet really is that the way that I got to display so much of the fullness of her humanity and her life and her experiences, she makes me think of my mother and my grandmother and my aunts, who all grew up in the East Coast in the 50s and 60s. And my mother would tell me stories about how her aunts would behave and how it was like the way you dressed and how you spoke and the way you held yourself. It was a form of protection to create safety around yourself, to create abundance for yourself, because this was not an easy time to
Not at
be a
all.
black woman, who is ambitious and has ideas of what she wants her life to look like. And it's not just being someone's mother or someone's wife. And that was the thing that I loved about Harriet. She's such a trailblazer, like the black women that I know, who won't allow others to limit their possibilities and limit their stories and all the things that they can achieve and accomplish for themselves. Like, she is so driven, and it was great that we got to display the tension in her marriage when she was like, no, I'm going to go out here and do this because that's what I need to do.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. And
and
we're
it's
gonna go back out and do it
like,
again
right,
tomorrow.
exactly. Like, there's this fierceness to her, but she's not impenetrable. And we had those quiet, still, beautiful, intimate moments
Yeah.
where she does open up about having regrets but learning from them, growing from them, being able to expand.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just in telling her story, it is so expansive and so wonderful. And just, it was so much for me to dive into in the verbal moments and in the nonverbal moments.
Yeah.
Like, there was so much to embody with her. And so it was a feast. Like, she was a feast.
One of my favorite episodes of yours was episode 3, the church scene when you were sitting next to your two beautiful children. In that moment, you were experiencing an overwhelming amount of sadness, but you also found a way to exercise the strength of a mother. You stepped outside of the sanctuary, you cried, let your tears out, and you came back in. Take me back to filming that particular scene and what did it do for you?
Thank you for bringing that up. I loved that scene because those kids, oh my God, they were amazing, first of all. And then the choir singing was so inspiring to me. I was really moved in the moment, just thinking about what was happening. For her friend has passed. Their last interaction wasn't great, but like, still needing to like show up and be a parent and take care of your children who don't fully understand what death means, but also still needing to protect a part of yourself that is mourning this loss. And so being able to take that moment, which I thought was shot so beautifully,
Yeah.
and step outside and be like, I need to give this to myself and take a moment for myself, which all women need to do. Let's take a moment for ourselves, and then be able to go back in and still be present and show up for your family, but also honoring your own needs at the same time.
You definitely did it. You did a phenomenal job. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
Aja, for
much.
chatting with me today. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.